Is that what happened? I wonder if that's what happened, is it was a different... Aha! Got it! Figured it out, guys. I had the wrong stream key in. That's what the problem was. Okay, now we're live. Okay, cool. So sorry, everybody. Let me put out fresh links. Because now all the links that I put out aren't right. I thought it was just a connectivity issue. And it wasn't. It was my stream just had the wrong key. Alright, sorry guys. Alright, manga live stream. Okay. Copy that. Alright, share Discord number 1. Need to share it in Discord number... Oh, it still has the old title. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Can't do anything right today. That's alright. Hi guys, just give me 1 second here while I get my my stream live. I had the wrong... I was doing some messing around with Restream, and I think I messed up the way I have the keys, because it was a completely different key in my OBS than I had on my YouTube channel. So I don't know what I did, but I messed something up. So I'm really sorry. I've been trying to figure it out for 30 minutes, because it's been like, go live, and like nothing happened. And I'm like, oh my god, please just work. So let me get my Twitter page up really fast. Twitter link up there. Alright, coolio. Awesome. Now we're live. Yay! Alright, so sorry everybody. Sorry I'm late. What I wanted to work on today is, I actually want to edit this overlay a little bit. And I really love this image that I have here of these 3 characters, since they're kind of like some of my 3 mains here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to like cut these out, and I'm going to put them in my overlay. And so I've opened my original file here, so that I can go find everything and yeah, import it and stuff. So hopefully that'll be fun. So now I just gotta go in, and because I have 0 organization, like, at all, I have to go in and, like, find everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set in a colored background here, just so that I can see the color once I have everything cut out properly. I'll be able to see all my stuff. So you can see, oh, that's what I did? Oh, I did not do a very good job then. Well, that's okay. This will be probably, you know, I wonder if, no, the original file, I forgot, I merged everything. Okay, well, it shouldn't be, honestly, really that hard to pull everything out, so let's just keep turning stuff off. Okay, cool. So yeah, just gonna be kind of a chill day today. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, well, that means I have the original fire in here then, so that's good. Cocoa. Oh, that's right, I did a bunch of like drawing on top of things too. Alright, so let's turn off all the layers that I know I don't need. Cocoa, dump arrows. Okay, cool. Alright, now I have to, what I'll probably do is I'll put everything that I still have in a folder, and I'll transfer it over to my new document, and then I'll just clean it up from there. Make my life easy. Oh, I need that. Need that. Don't need that. I want that. Yeah, I want that. I want that. Okay. Alright, that should be all the stuff that I need. I don't need that. I do need this. Okay, cool. Alright, so this is the actual stuff that I need. So I'm going to throw all of this in a folder. And then that should be, yep, should be everything. So I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this over. I'm going to throw it in here. That's not surprising, considering this file is, yeah, a lot larger. Alright, so we'll do this. I just want to like put it in like in the corner probably. you know what? It would be easier to have it, I wonder if I should move my navigator onto the other side. Rather than having it, that way I can throw this in the corner. I mean, it might be kind of cool to have Aros, Fale, and Coco in my time lapses. Might be kind of cool, actually. Look how tiny it is. Look how tiny this is. Really small. So, let's see. I'll go in, and all I need to do now is just, like, keep cleaning it up. So, super easy. Super easy peasy. And then once I'm done, I have a whole bunch of pages I'll probably work on. Just so you guys know, I'll probably work on this one once it opens. I'll work on this page today. I've already started panel 1. Just kind of throwing stuff in as like my first draft before I go get it reviewed. So. Oh, big brush there. Oh, so I have the right, okay, this is the one that I need. So what I'm gonna do is just get rid of the stuff that I don't need, and I think it'll be fun to have my characters kind of like in the bottom corner. Oops, this is Aros only. And this isn't Aros's final design, it's his temporary one, so I'll probably end up editing it later. The nice thing is because it's so small, like it definitely doesn't have to be perfect. So that's good. Just has to be good enough. Oh, I didn't put my music on. I was wondering why it was so quiet in here. Sorry guys, kind of scrambled today. Just absolutely like nothing went as planned today. Actually, let me get my playlist here. There we go. Just repeat the playlist. Okay. Awesome. Alright. Hopefully I can get this done quickly so that I can get back to working on pages. I can't... Actually, yeah, I can change the overlay now. I can change it midstream. And then once I get all my characters' designs updated, then I'll switch them out for the new ones, which will be nice because they'll already be PNGs. I won't have to edit them again. I'd like to have an actual, like, really nice overlay someday. That's just, like, not been, like, a huge priority for me, I guess. But I need to do that if I want to, you know, be a little bit more serious about my streaming. I think having a nice overlay would make it more fun for my viewers. That works a lot faster. And I'd like to, you know, start taking streaming more seriously. Because I really do like it. It's super fun. Now that I'm kind of back and starting to be more consistent, I wanna do good and look good and, you know, be more legit, I guess. Alright, that's been cleaned up. Now let's clean up whatever this is. Ooh, what is this layer? Okay, well apparently this is a couple layers. This is a lot of layers. Alright, cool. That cleaned up. Alright, now let's get Coco cleaned up. Put this up over here. Okay, let's see. Hey Manga, what's up? Oh yeah, it's been super rainy here. We had thunderstorm, like the sky is blue now, but this morning from about like 8 to about 2 o'clock we had crazy thunderstorms. Like it woke me up. Thunderstorms. Just absolutely wild thunderstorms today. That's why I started my stream so late. Because I was waiting for like the storms to die down and like my power kept flickering. So I'm like, yep, no fam. Nope, not doing this. Not doing this. I'll just move a navigator. I'll get rid of view. So I'll put that there. Cool. Fun little corner overlay, I think. Let me get rid of some more of these edges here. That's kind of fun. Yeah. Just a fun little thing to put in the corner. Eventually, I will need to get rid of like my YouTube branding just so that it'll all fit. So, yeah, I think that'll be fun. And that way, like, whenever I show a time lapse, like, they'll see, like, that, and they'll go, oh, like, those are Cat's characters. Or, those are, ArtCrumbs' characters. So we'll do that. Let me actually go ahead and move this over. Save as. We'll do overlay with characters. Save as layered file. Save as PNG. Whoops. Save as PNG. Save. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and throw that in. Let's see how it looks. Hopefully it'll look fine. I won't be able to use yeah, I guess I could use it today. Actually, you know what? Let me make 2 versions. Let me go ahead and make another version. That has, let's see, let's do this, and then move it over. So we'll have 2 versions of this overlay. We'll have a version that can allow for like a widescreen, like I'm doing now, and then a version that will have the navigator in it. Delete. And then let me turn the navigator button off. That way I'll have 2 overlays. So we'll do file, save as. This will be overlay with character 1 view. Yeah. Oh, I need to save this as a not PSD, a clip file as well. Save, oopsie, save as, not a BMP. Let's not do that. Okay, all right. Now let's throw this in, and we'll see how it looks. All right, overlay. Okay, I'm gonna temporarily throw this over here. We'll do, whoops. Let's do properties. I'll just add a new overlay. Add a new overlay. Image. That way I can just turn them off and on. Let's see. Overlay 1 view. Browse. YouTube updates. Overlay 1 view. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not right. Ah. Oh, it's a little short. No! Dang it! I didn't realize that I didn't scale it properly. Dang. No! Shoot. Ah, that's okay. Okay, well then how do I adjust it? There's a way to stretch things, I know there is. Dang it, that's okay, I'll fix it. Let's see. So if it's, let me see what it should be. Alright, so it lines up with where the T is. Okay, so let's put this here. This, let's see, well the R is actually the actual edge of the screen. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I messed that up. Wow, how did I get those proportions wrong? That's embarrassing. That's okay. Whoops. We will take, and put these two in a, and then, well, okay, yeah, let's put these in a folder. We'll hide that, duplicate this, and then we'll merge these together. We'll flatten them. That way it's a single image. Merge layers. Move this over. No, we don't want to keep the same angle. Move this here. And then there we go. Easy. Alright, now I just need to crop the whole image down. Edit. Crop. Okay. File, save as. It's okay. I'm not perfect at this. I'm still learning how to be a streamer, so I'm not perfect. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Easy fix. Alright, so we're gonna do file, save as, this time as a PNG. Okay, save. Alright, now let's re-add the image into our overlay and make sure that it fits. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Let me move this over. Hey, yay, look at that! Now it fits! Now if I want to, I can expand this up so that you only see like the cool stuff. I did move my, you can say move some of my stuff around. So, there. You guys can see what I'm working on. Alright, coolio. Alright, that's done. Oh, I didn't save it? Weird. Didn't think I saved it. Okay. Alright, that's fixed. Cool. Alright, see, that's all that was sort of like a quick little thing I wanted to do. I'm actually going to save a version of this. Save as. Without background. That way, if I ever need it again, I've already got everything in a folder that I can use in the future. Alright. All the chaos of all my layers. Just stressing you guys out yet? I was going in and adding in lettering last time when I had to stop writing. So what I usually do is when I have something that I like, I just copy whatever that lettering layer is and I just move it into the new panel. Which I know is really lazy, but this is lettering, y'all. It's not rocket science. What? I have, oh gosh, I hate when I do that. I have two, oh man, I hate it when I do that. There we go. Okay. You can actually, if you have a lot of layers like I tend to do, this tool right here, I'll actually show you what that was. So this tool up here is really handy. If you click on this, you can have two windows of your layers open at the same time, and that's what this bar is that splits it so that you can have two different, so you can see like the top of your layers or like the bottom of your layers at the same time. It's really handy if you like have a lot of layers or you have to have like multiple folders open and just like bounce between them. It's really handy, but I don't, because I kind of just focus on like one panel at a time, honestly. That's what I usually end up doing, is I just have the one panel that I need open. That's what I usually do. So, yeah, it's really handy if you have, like, if you work with a lot of layers, like I tend to. Usually I have a lot of layers. Like my layer count for a 2-page spread like this can easily go up to like 200. But I usually like merge them as I go, and what it'll do is it'll like whatever like the last, like the most recent highest one is, like I usually go through about 200 layers making my stuff, but I like to merge as I go. So I know 200 layers sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. If you look at this, I've got 6 panels, right? I always have like, I have a background, foreground, midground layer in it. So like if a panel had the maximum number of layers, background, middle ground, foreground, and then you have screen tones and then effect. So right there is like 5 layers just for background. And then you have like each character gets their own folder of layers. So you have line art, flats, screen tones, maybe, and then black fills. Like right there is 4 layers just for each character. So like you can see how like it really quickly, like right there is, you know, like 10-15 layers just for like 2 parts, like a character and a background, you know. So if, you know, when you go through like a 2-page spread, it's really easy to get up to like 100-200 layers, depending on like how complicated the page is, especially when you have multiple screen tones. So for example right here, like just this folder here, actually I don't need these, so those are gone. Like I have, oh, and I don't think I need this. Nope, that's my sketch. This is my sketch. Alright, that can go down to the bottom. So like, even this is, you know, and the majority of it's background. The majority of its background. Let's see, from here down it's background. I don't know why this is in there, that shouldn't be in there. That should not be in here. I guess my folders got a little messed up. Okay, cool. So we have background. We have, what? No, I don't want this in there at all. Thank you. We have, this is background. And then this is blade. And then here we have, effects and corrections. Yeah. So you can see how, like, it's really easy for me to go up to a high number of layers just with the way that I work, and I'm trying to, like, fix that as I go, but I can't help it. It's hard changing those habits because when I open, like, a standard, like a finished page, and I show people how many layers they are, they, like, freak out. I'm like, look, it looks like a lot to you, but there's, like, an organized system in here. It's organized chaos! I just realized you guys can't hear the music! Ah, the music off. Tips for even spacing on panels? Yes, there is. There is a frame cutter. Let me show you. I'll actually open up a new page, so I can actually like show you. So file, new. I'll just open a new image and I'll show you. So it's really cool. So say I have like I'm gonna make a panel really quick. So like here's my panel that I want to make. What's really cool is if you look at the cut frame, you can actually set the oh, you can't see it. Let me move this over. Actually, I'm gonna have to move this whole thing over. I'll just switch these really quick so you can see it. So when you make the frame, right? So you make the frame, and then right next to it there's a cut frame border. And then a cut frame border, if you go down here to the tool property, you can actually set these so that it'll be the same every single time, which is really cool. So watch this. So if I click over here, it cuts it. If I click here, it cuts it, but it's the same every time. Like it'll always be the same distance. That way, if you want like a particular distance for like your vertical gutters, it'll be the same every single time you cut using that specific tool. So yeah, like that one tool alone has like saved my life. I remember the stream that I learned about it in. I was being kind of a butthole to the person who was like trying to help me, because I was like, no, it's fine, I can do it, I have a system. And he's like, no, Kat, let me show you. And I'm like, oh, sorry, well, he's sorry. He's like, hey, let me show you. Even I forget that I'm going by Jackson now, but sorry, it's a change even for me. So, he's like, hey, like, let me show you how to do this. And so, like, I'm like, okay, cool. So I watched your stream, and my jaw was open. I was like, this is a thing? This is amazing. So, yeah, he's like, yeah, this will make your life so much easier. I'm like, yeah, well. But yeah, just cut frame border, and then, like, whatever it is here. If you want to, you can actually set it up in preferences. I just set it up manually. But I keep it the same. I've probably had these same settings for 3 years now. I don't think I've changed them at all in 3 years. I just leave them as is. Somewhere I have like a screenshot. That way if I ever forget what they are, I'll have them written down somewhere. So. But yeah, that's what I would do. Well, I mean, that is what I do. That way it's consistent every single time. So. Oh, I was gonna show you one more thing. File, new. I'll just bring up like one page by itself. Okay, fine, I'll just do this then. Alright, so if you make something, let me show you something though. So like, when you go to cut the borders, this will also be really helpful if you need to move anything. There's a button here called Gutters Aligned, and you can change so that as you adjust the panels, your gutters will keep the same distance. If you click all, and I like pray that this works correctly, because sometimes it doesn't work, I'm still figuring it out. Okay, so I didn't do something right. Horizontal and adjacent. Let me try. Okay, it's not working now. There's a way to do this so that every time like you move, like it'll keep the gutters the same distance. So let me try it again. It's not working now. I don't know why it's not working, but there's a way to set it up so that yeah, it's not working now. Weird. I have it set to like all snap to other frame borders. I know there's a way, maybe you can like look it up, but there is a way to set this up so that when you move your borders, it'll keep things the same. Let me see if it'll work with mine. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, see, if I move this, it'll actually like move with it. It keeps all the distance the same. Same thing with this. It'll keep everything the same. Yeah. So that way if you need to move and adjust things, it'll keep your stuff, you know, like like the same distance so that you don't have to like, oh no, I moved and I have to readjust it. It's just really picky, I guess. Ah, I don't want italicized. Oh, why is it so large? Should be. Oh, well, that's what she said. These aren't just any ordinary sparrows. They eat souls and stuff. They're not cute little happy sparrows. How do I want to word this? Because I don't like the way that I worded it in my script, so I'm trying to feel like, let's see. Well, I guess, you know what, it's a rough draft. That's what the editor's for. That's literally what they're for. Oh, I hate that. I hate that collector is such a long word. Let's see. I don't like having a one word. I mean, but it's a really long word, so I guess it's okay. This bubble's too large. Want an H on each side. Let me move this one. Okay, a little bit larger. There we go. Alright, now this one's almost there. Okay. Alright. Now let's merge these. It's a lot of text, but I think it's okay. Maybe have like an exchange here, like what of them? Where he's like, what about them? Like he gets like, he's a little snarky. Actually, let's do Yeah, let me delete the bubble specifically. Whoop. We'll do what about them? He's impatient. So let's add another do 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 do. I know lettering isn't the most exciting thing to watch, but it's important. Work with me here, guys. Boop. Autosave. There goes. Oh, what about them? Let's see. Oh, it's plenty of space. It's almost too much space. Yeah. He's like yelling and like really impatient. So, oh yeah, I need to change the font here for yelling. I like to use cryptid, but I feel like it's too much. I can't wait till I get paid so I can buy my new font. I know what font I want to use now. I just need to get paid so I can buy it. There we go. I think Manga Master on bold will work. That way it really contradicts the feeling. Alright, now let's do the same thing here. Switch to Manga Master, put on bold. It is... Let's see, we need this one. Whoops. The reason why I lettered pages I showed you mainly. Moving forward, I use cut frame border. I think the problem I also have the gutter spacing too small. Yeah, that's possible. Like, gutter spacing is hard to determine. What I actually did, is I imported a couple different manga pages into my template, and I basically just traced over them to see like how far apart their gutters were, like proportionally. And I found one that I liked, and I just stuck with that. that's how I did it. I just found like a nice round number that I could use, and so I stuck with that. And that's what I did. Trying to remember which manga I used for. I used a page of Inuyasha, a page of Yu Yu Hakusho, and a page of Mushishi. And then I kind of like averaged the numbers out. Yeah, that's what I did. This guy's just a yeller. He's just yelling. I'm gonna change the way Aros speaks, because I feel like Aros would be the type of person that would not necessarily use conjunctions. No, this guy is arrogant. Aros is so done with this guy's crap. It's okay, this guy gets it in the end. This guy gets it in the end. Okay, cool. I need to move this one down just a teeny bit. Give it a little bit more space. And this I want to give a little bit more space too. Wait, are there two here? I'm wondering what happened there. I don't like how close that is to the border there. Let's see. Can we balance this out a bit better? Alright, let's do killing A. Miape is... Oops. Ah. Is there a space there I need to get rid of? Nope. Nope. There we go. That's a lot more balanced. It is not that simple. There we go. See how much better that looks? Alright, this bubble is too big for the text that it's in. I mean, you know, I'm gonna purposely give it more space just so that it makes a much more of a impression, I think. Alright, cool. Alright. So, the reason why I do this first is it's really important to know, like, where your bubbles are gonna go. Just to make sure that it works with, like, the actual composition as far as, like how big are the bubbles, where are the bubbles gonna go, what shape do I want to use, what line thickness do I want to use, so you can make sure that it's all, like, relative, and important. Make this one a bit bigger, because it's yelling. One of the things that really helped me was, as I mentioned before, like, I would bring in, like, actual manga pages, so that I could see, like, where, like, how big the bubble usually is, how big the text usually is, and compare that to the size that I actually use, because the problem with, like, actual publisher manga, as far as, like, the proportions and stuff, it's not the same, like, margin-wise as what, like, indie and doujinshi manga is. It's a little different, and every publisher has, like, slightly different a slightly different formula, I guess, if you want to call it that. And so figuring, like, if I were to, like, grab, like a manga page, that was, like, scanned in or whatever, or, like, a digital original, and throw it in here, like, the proportions wouldn't match, like, not even at all. And so putting it in here, it really helps figure out, like, okay, like, based on, like, a loose estimate, like, am I making my text too big? Am I, you know, are my bubbles too big? Am I putting too many words in the actual bubbles themselves? And I technically do use, like, a lot here, so this is, like, my first draft of what I want the text to say. And then I'll be like, okay, I know I'm gonna need roughly this much space. And then what I do is, like, when I'm getting ready to do, like, my artwork, what I'll do is I'll actually, like, hide it, or what I'll do is I'll just, like, black it out, or maybe, like, make it, like, semi-transparent, just so that I can still draw through it, but just, like, be aware of where it is, so that I can make sure I'm not covering up any imagery that's going to be really important. So, yeah. And then it actually, like, works. One of the things I don't like is in this one, the reason why I had this down here initially is I don't like it covering this up, because I feel like that ruins part of the composition. So what I might do is I might adjust this a little bit so that it's more like this. Because I like this. You know, I like this being seen, but then there's, like, this huge gap right here. So what I might do is I might throw in, like, another bird maybe, or something. I don't know. Let me see how... Let me see how this looks. Yeah, it's really, really important to make sure that what you have works, and that the flow is still really easy to understand. So technically, you see this line, let me draw it in really quick. Just so that it's like really, really clear for everybody. So this this line that I have right here, technically you don't want text, if possible, to go outside this line. That's your safe, in English it's called the safe area or the live area, which is like everything on the inside is called like the live area and safe area. In manga, like this inner area is called hanmen. Hanmen. Oh, I can't keep letting go. Called hanmen. This area in here, and in Western comics, generally you don't want text falling outside of this, because this line right here, this like slightly outermore line, the inner part of the two right next to each other, that's your trim. That's where things are going to get cut. And so anything within this area has a slight possibility of possibly getting cut, and so you want to try to minimize what's in there as far as like what's important. Yeah. So even if these birds, like their tails get cut off, these two down here, so like even if their tails and stuff get cut off, you'll still get to see their heads. That's why I made sure like at least their heads were above. Should the worst happen, it has an absolutely atrocious cut. Like, it would never really, like, if it's that bad, I would probably just tell the printer, like, no, I'm not paying for this, like, this looks awful. But that's why you get a proof. That's literally why you get proofs. So I want to make sure, like, I want to be sure that this looks good, but it's also very clear, because if I put this up here, you know, like a Western reader might try to read them, like, 1, 2, 3, which is not what we want. We want 1, 2, 3. So it's really important, and this is too high. So this is why it's important when you're doing your sketching to like plan for this stuff. I changed originally these were further over, these were like more over here. So, because you can see where my edge was. These were more over here. So let's do that. Let's actually move them over more. And see if that helps. And the reason why I wanted it to point, let's see, I can move this down a tiny bit. If I have like a letter or two over, I'm not gonna sweat it too much. So, the way that I have this planned, like, and so I've tried to set this up on purpose this way, is so that the birds are looking this way. Like, notice all of the birds are looking this way. So the idea is that the bamboo points here, and then 1, 2, 3, and then these are still pointing this way. And then what I'd like to have is I'd like to have like another piece of bamboo coming up this way, or possibly having it go this way. That way it leads the, 1, 2, 3, leads the reader off the page again. So what I'll do is I'll back up really quick. So yeah, all the sparrows are looking this way, except one. I did that on purpose because I just want one to like be different. But all of them bamboo is pointing this way. So my goal, let me actually like draw out the whole page for you guys, because I planned this like really intentionally. That's why my sketching kind of takes a little while. So this here goes in the opposite direction of, so in comics and manga, one of the big things that's really, really important is flow. And by flow, I mean like direction, like how does the movement within things go. And in comics and manga, this is, pretty normal for both of them. The flow of reading is going to be seen as progressing, moving the story along, moving the story forward. Oh, hi, Miso. Sorry, Miso just suddenly, like, tapped my leg. So moving this way, this is the reading direction, so moving anything this way is going to be seen as progressing the story forward. The knife is moving this way because the person who threw it is in opposition to Aros. And I wanted the reader to feel sort of like as ambushed as Aros is feeling, because this will be the first thing that you see. This was the very, very first panel of Godsbane. So this will be the very, very first thing that you guys see. So hopefully, like, it would be like, oh, wow, like, wait, what is this? Like, it'll completely catch the reader off guard and hopefully keep them interested. And then we see, like, what it's hitting. But notice Aros is facing this way. Aros is trying to make progress, despite what the text says, which is why I chose that specific dialogue. It's like, you're supposed to hunt the Miyap and not run away in fear. So immediately, we see Aros moving this way. We see this character who's technically facing us, but he's angled just slightly. So that we have, you know, we have it going this way, and then, whoop. Hopefully, you know, what I'm hoping is that it just kind of like I call it like the J shape, you know. So hopefully that'll be interesting, but this knife here will hit like a bamboo rod that's sitting here. Aros is facing this way. We see what the knife hits, and then one of his hands will be sitting outside here just to like help make this pop, because this is going to be the only art in this panel. That'll be it. There won't be, maybe like some slight like bamboo background maybe, just to like keep it interesting. I haven't decided yet. That's why there's nothing there. It's because if I had to choose, I'll probably put nothing there. So his hands are pointing up, leading up here. And then we have 1, 2. We see Aros's expression, which is very like, I'm so done with this crap. So 1, 2. And then we see his expression. And then as we move down the panel, we see, oh, he picked up another knife. Anticipation. And then we see everything kind of moving this way, like pushing the reader this way into the next page. So that's basically like the way I designed this layout. And then if you also notice, one other thing, hopefully that maybe you guys noticed, maybe you don't know, or maybe you felt but didn't notice, I have 2 opposing angles on purpose. Like, I could have leveled this out and made it flat, but the reason why I did this is I wanted this to feel oppositional. I wanted this to feel, oh, like, we're being dragged back. Like, but make it interesting. There's no progress happening on this page as far as, like, with the actual, like, hey, like, we're actually moving forward thing, which is kind of risky, but I want this to be, like, a really firm foundation for, oh, there's a conflict going on. Like, I want the reader to feel a little bit, like, ugh, you know? So hopefully it'll be interesting to them, but if you notice on the next page, it's angled downward. It's angled, as in, like, it's progressing, it's moving forward. Same thing with the next page. Once it opens. I did the exact same thing with this page. I have this going this way. So basically after the sparrows, we see like the actual character Ren that Aros is talking about. But so we have her, but she's also opposing this way. She's facing this way because she's an oppositional character. She's not a good character. She's a bad character. So I purposely have her opposing the reader, even though but the direction flows down. And then her leg, and this arrow here will point downwards. There's also this text here. All of them bamboo here is pointing down, other than like the stuff that's over here. But then we have like a really empty, big negative space to show the space between this guy and Aros. Like, they're fighting, they're a conflict, they're not going to be close together. They're, you know, like I probably need to move him like more here. That way he's like surrounded by space. But the idea is that they move, you know, over, down, and then back upwards. Aros, he's facing the direction. But we'll actually have something up this way, going up here. So this will be all shaded in. So we have sort of like, and I set it up this way, that way it feels like there's like big looming dark shape behind him. And then like there's going to be like a lot of birds noises going off. So there's going to be obviously something going on in the background, but you'll have this really big dark shape like sitting over Aros, like psychologically. And then, ooh, this big shadow be filling in the space. Aros is like, ah, what's going on? And then Aros looks up. So he goes from looking this way to looking sideways to looking back. So you basically have between these 3 panels like a 360, like a 180 spin between these 3 panels. But then you're looking up to see what Aros is seeing. And that's why I wanted to show Ren on this page, is these 2 silhouettes match. So like so except for the bow. So that way we'll actually like get to see, you know, like, oh, but it's gonna be a dark shape. You're like, I'm not actually gonna like show Rin. Like show Rin's face, just her silhouette. That's why I just want her silhouetted here with like tiny details of her face, because you can see there's like a little bit of detail about her face, but nothing too crazy. So when you're thinking about like your panels and stuff, like it's really important to look at the flow that your pages will have. Like I know like this looks pretty chaotic, but let me redraw it so that it's really simple. So basically goes down, so then it goes back up. Actually, let me do this again. Down, up, then whoop, and then off to, let me do this last part again. Go, oop, stop, go up, and then you off to the next page. Let's see. Trying to get the hang of perspective ruler. Is there a way to draw? Is there a way to draw with ruler guide on while trying not to draw straight lines? No, you have to temporarily turn it off. There's a, let me move my thing here. If you look at the very top of my screen, right up here, there's like 3 buttons. You have to turn these off and on, and literally all you have to do is, like, if you want to draw without the straight lines, just turn it off, and then when you're ready, turn it back on, and then you're done. So, but you can't, like, tell it, oh, like, except for this. So either you have to go to a different layer and keep drawing, or you just have to, like, turn the guide, like, turn the ruler off temporarily, and then turn it back on when you're ready for it. So, and then I guess I can give you guys one more example. Using this page, I got some like deer brushes, so I can use them as references. They're not going to be used in like the final illustration. I just like to use brushes as references because I really liked the way these deer were drawn. So ignore the weird look. Okay, cool. So the flow is the same. It's the same with this one. It's a little bit different, but we have this area where Rin just was in the previous page. So now instead of looking up from behind arrows, in our previous panel we were right here looking up. Now we're looking down. But if you notice, I kind of funnel the action down here, moving downwards. And this align, like on purpose. So I kind of funnel the action down here. We see like this wind that we just saw for Rin, we see here. But we also have like this big looming, like it'll be like a pretty dark shape behind Aros. So hopefully it'll like feel like he's a little like pressured. Because what he says is, now I have to go kill him. And I'm hoping that when they see that the same way that Rin leaves is the same way that he leaves. And when they see the combination of the words, maybe they'll go, wait a minute, something's not right here. Something's off. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm hoping that'll be really intriguing, and that's only 5 pages in. So I'm hoping by this page, I will have people, like, set going, okay, oh my gosh, like, I have to, like, know what's going on. But for the actual flow itself, oh, thank you, JM, thank you. I put a lot of thought into these pages, as far as, like, the way my paneling goes. So we kind of have the same action here, where it's, like, going down, and then this is a really similar panel to the one before. It's basically the same angle, so we get, like, that last view before Aros leaves, but they can see, oh, here's where he was standing, oh, and now he's gone, and that's it. And then we have like a slight time skip here, and then I chose an environmental, like just something about the environment to help show readers, hey, we're in the forest here. We've got like some bamboo and banana trees and like other things and like some wildlife. Like, this doesn't really look like it matters that much. And then we'll see that that hunter guy that left, we'll see him here. He's looking down. Oh no, something happened. Like, what's going on? And then starting from here, we'll see the actual like fight between like the hunter and the Miape, which is this person. So we'll actually get to see that. So it moves a lot faster as far as like stuff actually getting to the point than my first one did, and I'm focusing on only having a much smaller cast right away. I think in the first chapter of the first chapter that I originally made last year, like there were like 12 characters introduced in the first like 50 pages, which I feel like is way too many. So I've slowed it down and I've like backed up a lot. I got a lot of really great feedback when I was doing the Manga Plus competition, and so I slowed it down. And now I'm only focusing on like maybe like 5-6 characters within the first 2 chapters. Yeah, it was too much. And I think it was because to me 50 pages felt like a lot. I mean, that's basically that's like almost, that's 2.5 chapters. So 3 chapters if you go by 16 pages. So it felt like it was a lot. And I'm like, wow, like that's 3 chapters worth of pages. So like, yeah, like 12 characters like makes sense to introduce during that time, but it was way too many. So like I'm keeping it down to like a small handful of characters, and what I'm doing is I'm still gonna have like the attack on the West Village, which was chapter 2 in the version that I made like earlier this year. But I'm gonna have 2 or 3 chapters before that, to sort of like really introduce like the core characters better, to really show like who's your protagonist, or who's my protagonist, who's the antagonist, what is Aros's goals, like what is he trying to do. I got lots of really, really great feedback from Manga Plus, so yeah, it's kind of the angle that I'm taking here. But everything that I do is like really calculated. It's completely like really intentional. How are you doing, Jam? What you doing? Having a good weekend, I hope. Alright, cool. My legs. My legs are so stiff. Alright. I need to bring up the design that I did for Aros really quick, because I gotta see what I ended up making him look like. Because I've been working on his redesign. Yeah, it was just way too many characters. So this is what I ended up going with for Aros. This is what I ended up going with. So I'm gonna copy this. Yeah, I had, well, this was the secondary version that I did. I had like a second version that looked like this, and then I changed it up even more to make it look like this. So it's a little off center, but that's okay. I can fix it later. This is going to be a sketch version, but so I'm gonna like have to read, because notice that this belt isn't centered like at all. So sleepy brain does dumb things. Alright, so this is the design that I will be going with for Aros. So I'll just slap this in the center. I didn't even design anything for this guy, so I'm going to be kind of like designing him on the fly. I'll need to do like a quick design for him later though. Actually, let me do Aros's face first so I can get comfortable with his face. Alright, let's see. So what I'll do here is throw these in a text layer. Text. Oh, I said test. Alright, text is always yellow. Oh yeah, there's this one. I gotta move this down. Oh, I gotta put this in a text layer too. ever so when I play 7th in Manga Plus, one of the things I had to do was like send in my original files. And it was so stressful because I had like no organization whatsoever with my files. And so it took me like 5 days to like reorganize 50 pages. 5 days, guys. Oh, cool. So now I can draw all around and I'm not gonna have like the text in my way. Alright. I'm basically, like, I really liked this, and what I'm really trying to, like, make my stuff less, what's the word I'm looking for? Clean? Hey, what's up? How you doing? Just working on some pages, you know how it goes. Trying to make my stuff more loose and not so, like, refined, I think is the phrase I'm looking for. I'm tired of having, like, hyper clean artwork. I've reached the point in my life where I don't want to do that anymore. Ah. Autosave. This comes down this way. Sorry guys, I rotate my my pages here. I got your stream notice. Oh, nice, nice. Cool. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm just, getting some streams done, trying to be more proactive and actually, like, stream like I'm supposed to be doing. So, I was supposed to stream earlier today in, Global Comics, but I was having a lot of issues with, like, my internet because of all the storms here. And then I kept having issues and realized that my stream key, got borked. So that's why it took me so. That's why I was like 30 minutes late trying to get my frickin' YouTube stream live. I think I'm gonna go with the original shape that I had. Let's go with the original shape that I had here for Aros. His eyes. Trying to see if like something else looked better. I think I'll just go with the original shape. Aros does very nice makeup. Just saying. He's annoyed because this hunter thinks he's hot shit. And he's not. And Aros is gonna get the last laugh. Yeah, it was just the stream key. Like, so I'm trying to, so I stream with an art collective called Quack, QUAC, it's QAC, Quasar Art Collective, and I didn't realize that when, I set up my live stream on Restream, so that, like, my title and stuff would be the same, it changed my YouTube stream key to the Restream stream key. And so the key that I had in my OBS wasn't the proper key anymore. Which really kind of sucks, because I would really like to have, I really don't want to have to, like, change the title every single time after I'm done using Restream with Quack. Yep, dots. Hi, Dustin. Indeed, he has dots on his face. I actually thought of you yelling dots at me, when I was trying to figure out, like, what design I wanted for Aros's face. And I was like, oh my god, dots. That would be the funniest, like, inside joke ever. So Aros now has dots on his face. Instead of, like, the cross line that he used to have. It looks really weird seeing Aros without them, because he's had those the entire time that I've had him as a character. So it's really weird to me to like not have those on him anymore. Oh, thanks. The pen that I'm using, actually, oh, the style. Thank you. So if you want the pen, I got it from the asset store. It's really similar to what I used to do on paper, because I used to be a traditional inker. I really really love inking, and I used to ink on paper, and so it's like the closest thing that I could find to the pen that I have is called a Tombow. I'll write it out for you. It's called a Tombow pen, and it's like one of my favorite like brush pen, or like it's like a nice blend between like a brush pen and like a micron. Like it's like that perfect blend between those two types of pens. And I've been hunting for a digital equivalent for a really long time. And someone I knew shared this pen with me. They go, "Hey Kat, I think you'd really like this pen." And I was like, "Oh my god, you're right." So I've kept it. And stylistically, I'd like to be somewhere between Togashi and Miura. I'd really like to be like stylistically somewhere between those two. So we'll see if I can do that. When am I writing a book about manga terminology? When I am a professional and I'm real and I'm not just like someone pretending to know a lot about manga. I don't know. I did have my manga panel at San Diego. Maybe I'm qualified to write something now. I don't know why I'm being picky about this. It's just gonna get shaded in. Because, you know, his hair is black, so I don't know why I'm being picky about it. This is the stuff that I struggle with, you guys. The smart thing to do would just be do this. Let me hide all that. Whoop! I need that. The smart thing to do would just, do this. Oopsie. Oh, I didn't do that right. Let's see. There you go. Make it easy. Oh, the person above me is finally moving in. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this ear. Is he... yeah, his ears are visible. It's a move-in weekend for the new tenants here, so they're really noisy. Which is fair, like they're moving stuff around, so if you guys hear anything, it's just people moving in. But yeah, you're right, Dustin. I don't know if that's something people would be interested in. Okay, good. Because I can hear it. It's pretty loud, so... It's not their fault, though. They're just moving stuff in, so... I'm not too worried about it. I just wasn't sure if, like, you guys were hearing it. They were actually really nice and, like, didn't do it super early in the morning, which I always, appreciate. I'm a grouch. Like, there's like one thing that you don't want to do to me, and that is keep me awake at night. Because I don't sleep that much, but when I do sleep, I want to sleep. And I am your worst nightmare if you keep me awake at night. Like, that is the easiest way to turn me into a butthole. Like, keep me awake at night when I'm trying to sleep. Like, I turn into a Karen. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I turn into a Karen when not you guys, like, when people keep me awake at night. I'm a nice person, but not when you keep me awake at night. Let's see. You care? No, go ahead, share it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Kyoya and Honey. Yep. Yeah, definitely like them. Yeah. You know, it's crazy. I was rewatching, not rewatching, reading Ouran High School Host Club, and it never occurred to me how mean Kyoya was. Like exactly how cruel he is to Haruhi. I was like, wow, this guy is a butthole. Like, and I didn't realize it until, like, I went back and read it as an adult, and I was like, wow, this guy's a jerk. Hi guys, what's up? Hi aliens. Like my memory of Kyoya was that he was just like, you know, kind of nerdy, really smart, a little scary, but not like I felt like back then it was like a playful scary, and then I watch it as an adult and I go, oh my gosh, this guy is toxic. I mean, he's also like treated really badly by his own family, but I was like, dang. Like I hadn't really realized it until like I went back and like reread. It's like I don't remember it being like this. Yeah, I'm trying to be less strict with my inking. And it's really hard because like I want to be really picky about it, but I have to tell my brain not to. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead and share it. Oh, thank you. I really missed streaming. I was gone for about a year or so, and I really missed it. I really did. I was shy to get back at first, because I was like, wow, it's been so long. Like everyone's gonna like not want to come to my streams anymore because I've been gone so long. Everyone like they're gonna be mad at me or whatever. So it took me a really long time to like actually like come back. Oops. I know you were, Dustin. I'm sorry. I betrayed your trust and your devotion. We got a real Godsbane fan here, guys. He's been a fan of mine for a long time. Hi, Corvid. Wow, I almost said that wrong. I wonder how many times that's happened. I wonder how many times it's happened to you. Hi, Corvid. How you doing? Your anger is justified, Dustin. You've been supporting me for a long time. Your anger is justified. I need to learn how to draw ears, you guys. That's something I need to work on. Something I'm gonna have to work on. You just ordered pizza and chicken. Nice. What kind of pizza did you get? Oh, I forgot, like, shells like this are usually, like, yeah. Just thin those edges a bit. Okay, you know what? I have, let's see, I have a brush here, for shells so I can see what they actually look like. Let me just get that out here as a reference so I can see what they're supposed to look like. Okay, so that's what they actually look like. Alright, now let me go back to redrawing it. Oh, Oh, okay, so not straight edges. Okay. Let's try that. And they're pretty, like, they're pretty flat once they're turned, aren't they? Hello, Donghung, hello. Hi, everybody. Oh man, all you here just to watch me draw? My goodness. No pressure. I don't know why this is 4 wide. It's usually only 3. There we go. Created a Warrior Cats fanfiction where clans are seen as the villains since they're pretty actually messed up bad. Huh. Interesting. I don't think I ever read Warrior Cats now that I think about it. I don't think that was something I ever actually, like, got into. What's the premise of Warrior Cats? It's not really something I'm educated on, so, you know, like, what exactly, like, what's the idea behind Warrior Cats? Is it, like, just a bunch of feral cats? Oh, well, thank you for inviting aliens. I appreciate you guys, like, sharing the stream for me with other people. That's so amazing. I'm really shocked that, like, so many people actually like watching this. Cats living in colonies in the wild and they worship their dead ancestors. Oh. Oh, really? Oh, that's weird. That is not what I expected it to be about. Behind the scenes of Godsbane. It's just, the behind the scenes is me sort of going, hey, this looks kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna try something because I am struggling today. So I'm gonna do this. Alright, so I'm gonna grab that. I'm going to transform it. Alright, so here's that rough shape. There you go. Sometimes you just gotta make life easier, not harder. Alright, so now let's try again. Oh, one ear is a lot lower than the other. Oh wow, that's a big difference. Okay, cool. Yeah, I need to move this down then. Whoops. Oh, I got the wrong lasso tool. Got the wrong lasso tool. And so you're just kind of figuring out, oh, will this work? Will this work? Will this work? Will that work? That's basically it. Alright, and then this is a, oh, that's a different layer entirely. I need to merge those together before they become a problem child. Rings a little bit longer there. There we go. So now it's about the same. Let's see. I grew up on these books and they scarred me for life. And I'm gonna share my forbidden knowledge. That's funny. Let's see, what books did I read as a kid? Let's see, well, a lot of the books I read, my mom didn't know I was reading, so. Alright, now let's just put in some gaps here, so I can do the boop, and then another boop. Alright, so usually it's the... Oh, I see, okay. So... And they kind of have like a center point here. I'm learning how to draw shells today, guys. You'll have to forgive me. I'm learning how to draw these today. I've drawn them before, but not like really tried to just draw them on my own. Usually I just have Clip draw them for me, but I need to learn how to do this by myself. So I can look at me learning new skills. Let's see. I'm still reeling how these books by women could be so misogynistic. I think it's just the way, like, some politics are. I mean, like, let's be completely honest with ourselves. You know, patriarchy is a thing in a lot of cultures today still. So, you know, that's probably just, you know, what they are used to. So that's what they read about. You know, I've seen quite a few like women influencers who are really all about like subservience and that kind of stuff. That's just what they believe in, I guess. Either part of how they were raised, or you know, that's just what they, you know, actually want, you know, in their life. So. Horse's mouth looks kind of backwards. It's funny. Rotating your canvas does a lot of good, you guys. Unfortunately, I've heard some of my viewers it makes them dizzy, but that's okay. Like, I have to do what I have to do, and... Well, it's not okay that I make them dizzy, but, like, I have to do what I have to do. Let me redraw this. Let's see. Would Aros be a fan of the F-22 Raptor or F-35? I know those are planes, but I have no idea what planes they are. Aros lives in the year 1891, as far as like what year Godsbane is. So those don't exist yet, so he's never seen them before. So he doesn't know what they are. If he knew what they are, he probably would hate them both equally. He is, like, a botanist by nature, like, or by career, so he's not really into, like, tech and stuff. He probably would be curious about them, but as far as, like, if he had a favorite, I don't think he would have a favorite. I think that would be stuff that's just out of the scope of his understanding. Let's see. If I read about rotating canvas until I'm like too far into it, really forget about it. It's just the R button. Just hold R and you can rotate it. Meep, meep, meep. Super easy. Or you have like the controls down here, which is what I usually do. Because I usually keep my hand. I keep my hand at Alt, Control, Shift, and Z. Like I keep my hands in like that little corner of the keyboard, of the QWERTY keyboard. That way everything I need is like right there. Let's see. It's like the female characters, as soon as they become mothers, they lose their personalities. as soon as that happens. It's only purely in latest books. Oh, that's a bummer. You know, I feel like a lot of my friends also have that problem. Like, they become moms and then it's like all about being a mom, which is fair. Like, being a mom takes up like the entirety of their day. So I feel like it's not really fair to like chastise some women for like becoming all about their babies because they have to be about their babies. You know, like the baby doesn't go away on the weekends. Well, sometimes. Depends on their arrangement, I suppose. So like I get it. My brother is that way. When my brother had his first son and now his second son. Well, I mean like blood son. Like he has a stepson as well. Like his life is now all about his boys, and there's 3 boys now. So much so that I am not part of his life anymore. It is what it is. I'm not part of his life because for some reason his wife doesn't like me. I don't really care either way. But yeah, like some people that becomes their entire world, and you know, it's a lot of effort raising a tiny human. I think also like from what I've seen in some people, like some of my friends, like once they had their kids and then they were having to deal with like their significant others changing, like it's a really impactful part of someone's life, and people often change once they have kids, like permanently, not just in like a oh like they're a mom all the time way. They also change as in like there's new stressors in life, and some people can handle that and some people can't. And I've seen a lot of my friends who were like, oh, like he was such a good person and then we had kids. And I'm like, yeah, because it's a whole new set of stressors and like no one can anticipate how they're going to react to like having a kid until like you actually have a kid. So, I've seen some people like after they have kids just absolutely lose their marbles. Absolutely lose their minds. Like completely different human beings. So it does stuff to people. Oh, no. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying it just brings up something that's really interesting that I just hadn't thought of. I was just going off on a tangent. You're good. I know you aren't saying that. I was just brain is braining. Brain is braining. I love that phrase. Brain is braining. Oh, really? Like, they just, like, stop being... Oh, really? What? That's weird. Okay, yeah, that sucks. Okay. I'm starting to noodle, and that means I have to stop. But if you guys aren't aware what noodling means, it's when you start like getting into the weeds of like your drawing and you're doing all these really tiny details that like no one's gonna see. Like I'm doing with these shells. Like no one's ever gonna see these details. But now you guys can appreciate them. That's why I try not to zoom in too much, but I let myself zoom in. I let myself go. Alright, and then for Iris's necklace, I still did the... Okay, so we have... Oh, we have a different chest piece. Alright, and then this kind of goes down and over. Alright, I don't need this anymore, so I can get rid of that. don't know why that's angled that way. Alright, and then Aros's braid here. I'm gonna make my life easy, and I'm just gonna draw in his braids, because I ain't got time to draw all that braid. Apparently I have time to draw shells, but not braids. Let's see, we need... Where is it? Here we go. This is the one that I used. I ain't got time for that. I do not have time for that. We should have got a different portion. I want this here. Whoops. Okay. Alright, let's see. And now let's erase some of this detail because that's way too much detail. Alright, let's draw on top of it now. Alright, and he has a couple like little beads and shells and things in his hair, so I'll have to be sure I put those in too. Let's see. No, you're good, you're good. Let's see. The real concern is super moms and their kittens, you know. Others probably running it off that. Sorry, make it more bad and clear. These cats are humanized. Cats legit prey, and the leaders can die but come back to life because they have 9 lives. Tiger. I've heard that name, Tiger Star. I've heard quite a few like people reference like a warrior cat named Tiger Star. Oh, that's right, I got rid of his tank top, so he doesn't have that tank top anymore. His shoulders should definitely be a little bit longer. Alright, so not like this, not like that. He has a lot of like smaller braids and stuff. Eventually I'll like learn how to do these so that I don't need any help at all, but until then I probably will just use the braid brushes. At least one to start with, and then I can draw them on my own eventually. For me, what I really struggle with is when like braids rotate. Oh my gosh, that's what gets me. And braids are basically water. There's hair water. The way that they form. Discord when I finish the first chapter and post it. Yeah, for sure. Just make sure in the Maneki server server, there's a feedback channel. If you want feedback, my recommendation would be to post in the feedback channel and then go ahead and ping me. And that way other people can also give you feedback. Because I don't want people to feel like I'm the only person that can give them feedback. There's a lot of other people in that server that are like actual professionals. Like, there's a former Tokyo Pop artist in there. There's a couple people that are like, you know, like they are professionals. So I'm definitely not the only like professional person in that server. I'm not technically professional. Let me clear that. I'm not professional. I desire to be. Yeah, there's quite a few other people that are pros in there, so you'll be good. Yeah, feel free whenever you're ready. My co-founder Ash, she does 9mm Girls. She actually just got picked up by Conmay Studios, so she's in the ranks now too, which is amazing. Which is really cool. My review with Viz went really well, and I finally emailed the editor who was there, so I'll be working with her on getting like feedback and stuff, like outside of the review. She's really nice. She's awesome. Reserve up there. Wait, for reals? I didn't notice that. She did leave. I didn't know that. Shame. I hope it's going well for her over at Conmay. It looks like it. Looks like things are doing well over there, so I'm happy for her. My other co-founder is really busy too, so for now it's just me, just fine. She didn't leave. She's just really busy. The other co-founder. Oh, I think I was supposed to only have 3. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that I had changed this here from my initial sketch. All right, so we have 2 parts that kind of go up, and then we have 1 like giant chunk. So I'll break it down into 2 small pieces here. Alright, we'll just kind of make it like one big mass of hair, rather than like mass of, not massive, mass of. There we go. I think it'll be easier to draw, I think. Hey, she's moving, like, Ash is moving on. Ash has some big things to do, so that's only a good thing, you know? I mean, like, yeah, of course, am I sad to see one of my co-founders go? Yeah, definitely, of course. But, you know, they've got some bigger gigs going on, and they probably just don't have time. You know, like, it was an indie server, so I don't know why they would have left. You know, like, if they don't want to be in there, you know, I don't want them to stay, you know, if they don't want to be there. So that's perfectly fine. I don't feel like it's my. I don't feel like it would be like appropriate of me to like message her and be like, hey, like, when do you miss super? Because that's not my business. That's between Ash and what they're working on. So I just hope everything works well for them. They've worked super duper hard. Like, have you seen their manga? It's amazing. Like Ash and Vice have worked really, really hard on it, so everything's deserved. Like, I'm finally things are moving for them. They worked really hard for it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've read it multiple times. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta do something really quick. Did I not? Did I? Oh no! Please don't tell me I didn't save the Oh no! I thought I did. Where did it go? I could have sworn I saved that PDF. Oh, I did. I did. I just put it in a different folder. Sorry, guys. I had to upload this really quick. The work stuff. Kamisha. Sorry guys, this is work stuff. Okay, sorry guys. I had to do that. I meant to send that earlier to my work buddies and I didn't. Oh, thank you. Thanks. I think his design is fine. Let me make this not purple. I think it's fun. I wanted it to be like really like water influenced. So that it was really clear that there's a lot of like inspiration from like the ocean and water in general. He's got like shells up here. He's got like, you know, like those like really fine like moon shells. Like that's what's in his hair and stuff. Like maybe something similar to that. And then like his braid is like a fishtail, and then like there's the pants design, and like yeah, I just thought it was really cool. So alright, this is gonna be the tricky part for me. Let me finish down here though. Get all this good to go. First few times I do this are probably gonna take me a while. I'm still getting used to his new design. Trying to be more relaxed with myself with how I do my line art. Trying, it's really hard because I want to be like, make everything really picky. Like I want to get nitpicky about my line art, but I'm trying not to do that anymore. Man, I want to go to Arby's so bad right now. But I don't have any money. I think I have like $6 left. And that has to get Miso's food, so. Well, no, I have $6 plus I think I have like 11 on a Walmart gift card that I haven't used yet. Usually I split my rent between my 2 paychecks, but this time I had to do it all in one check. So. I can't even have like a burger anyway, so because celiac. So it just sounds really good. You know what also sounds really good? Cheesecake. Cheesecake sounds really good too. I love cheesecake. Can't have cheesecake either because celiac. But it sounds really good. I think that's one of the things that I miss the most with celiac, because I miss cheesecake. I love cheesecake. I don't know why I filled that in so dark. I really like how, like, Togashi, when he does black hair, like, it's really, like, sometimes it's really fine hair, and sometimes it's not. I really want to do that with Aros, too. Like, how there's just, like, fine areas of hair, and, not coarse areas of hair. Alright, now this goes, it lines up with his hairline, so that would be here. And then this comes up and around like that. This is gonna be like a twisted sort of like braid or whatever. I really want to go to Komiket someday. That's actually what I was just talking about with my coworkers, is Komiket. Komiket's going on right now, and I really want to go. The first day ended maybe a couple hours ago, and their first day, 130,000 participants, and that counts like everyone that's like at the booth, everyone that, you know, is like there supporting people and buying stuff. So like it counts all of that. Hi, Miso. Want to come say hi to all your adoring fans? Yeah. What's up, Miso? Well, come. I can't pick you up if you don't come here. Well, come here. Here you go. Say hi to Miso. She's like, not today, bro. Yeah? Wanna say hi to all your fans? Yeah? Scratch, 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 scratch. Yeah? Do you wanna sit up here with me? Let me get the blanket set up for you. It's gonna... There you go, Miso. There. Alright, now I have to draw one-handed. Yeah, Miso. What? Okay, well, do you want to be in my lap or not, Miso? You need to decide, baby. No? Okay. Just want to sit there? Do you want to sit in your little bed? Okay. Maybe she's just hungry. She usually doesn't just like come up and bug me for no reason, so maybe she's getting hungry. You have food in your bowl, Miso. You should go eat it. Actually, we've only got a few minutes left for my stream. It's been about 2 hours. I'm trying to limit my streams to only 2 hours, so that way I can have focus time if I need it. We got a lot done though. Let's see, we have... Ooh, I just realized that this isn't centered. Let me fix that. That's not going to be even. Let me actually do this. Let me copy that. Control-C, Control-V. And then we'll do this. There we go. Yeah, you were. Thank you so much for joining me. need to feed my cat, and I need to go have dinner myself. Let's see, we have, let's see. Let me grab some jewelry here. I need to actually, like, make some of this jewelry that he has as, like, custom brushes so that I don't have to, like, hand draw it every time. Alright, we want this one black on black. Because I just like the shape of it. Oh, it's gonna make me do it manually. It's fine. So what I'll probably do is I'll draw these, and then I'll go in with a regular brush, kind of like add in like secondary layers to it, so it feels like it's more dynamic, and that way it doesn't have to be the same every time. And then this one here I actually have a brush for, so let me grab that brush really quick. This one. I wonder if it might be better to use something like this and then just draw in like the long beads myself. No, I want it to like match. I just want to make my life easier, so I'll probably just use this one. Work smarter, not harder, kids. There's no reason to work yourself to death. I also have a hatching brush that just makes this really easy. Just gotta find it. I need to bring it up. Oh, I think it's this one. No, that's my cross-hatching one. There's a straight one that I have. No, that's not it. Oh, where the heck did I put it? I have so many brushes that it just loads really slow now. Okay, make the angle. I've been meaning to set this forever, but I just haven't done it. How easy it makes this. Super easy. Why make things hard when they don't have to be? Idiots make their life harder when it doesn't have to be. Hello, what's up? Hey, Tom. His mouth is not centered properly. His other eye is a little high too. I just realized I had the mouse selected too. Get rid of these, because it's easier to redraw these. On this side too. There we go. Looks redrawn. Thin this up. Alright, now I just gotta put in those bamboo leaves, which I also have a brush for, to kind of help speed up the process. So, I'm gonna merge, actually before I do that, let me merge these together really quick. Alright, this needs to be set to monochrome. Alright, so actually, I'll show you guys a really fun use of a brush, so I'm actually going to show you guys really quick. One of the things I like to do with brushes is try to, like, find the maximum amount of usage out of them. So I have this, let me find it. Where is it? Is it? No, it's not that one. It's this one here. So this is a fun brush here. It's got these really cool, nice, like, bamboo leaves and stuff on them. What I like to do is I like to take, so for example, like right here, let me see, each one's a little different, so that's why it's not the same shape. So what I'll do is I'll set this here, And then I'll delete the parts that I don't want. So this is a little more tedious, but it's a really good way of using resources that are already existing. Usually what I'll do is I'll just delete the stem, like most of the stem and stuff. There you go. So, and then what I'll do is I'll keep creating layers until I have them all made. So I'll go in and I'll do it again. Got a new layer. This one's a little different. Actually, I'll make sure this one's a little different. Here we go. So this one's a different shape. So what I may do is I may only keep, let's see, do I want to keep these? Yeah, I'll put these down here. I'll grab this here. I'll keep this on its own layer. Turn that off for the moment. Just delete the stuff that I don't want. Work smarter, not harder, y'all. Save yourself, save your lives, some torture. Eventually what I'll do is I'll probably use these tools to create my own custom brush for this. That way I won't have to like redraw it and it'll be the same, roughly the same every time. But I mean, these are bamboo leaves. They're not going to be the exact same every time. Like, I don't know about you guys, when I have like a ruffled or like a loose headband or whatever, it's not the same every time. Like, it never looks the same on my head twice anyway. But put that here. Leave that there. Turn this back on. And then rotate it. It's a loose leaf. Put that here. Turn this on. Rotate that. Put it here. What I also might do is I might just like isolate these leaves like I'm doing here and I'll just like reuse them in the future. I could do that too, that would work. Because this would be a pain in the butt to draw, so finding some sort of like asset or something to make this easier would be ideal for sure. Hello. And these are going to be, like, these aren't going to be the final. I'll have to go in, redraw them. So these are going to be, like, a rough. So, that's what I should have done when I was doing my roughs. That's what I should have done, but I didn't do that. I could also just use something like this, but I don't like how this one looks. For some reason, I just don't like how it looks. And you can tell if you put them side by side, they're different brushes. So I want the look to be like consistent. Hello. Hello, Michael. What's up? I'm gonna grab this one here. Oh, it's a little too small. Let's grab a little. Let me flip it. Get a better shape out of it. Alright, now I'm going to take this one apart here. And I think that'll be good. You know what's been really interesting with Aros though is some people, like if I don't put his beard on, mistake him for a woman. And like, to some degree I could see why. But it's like, what, you think men can't have things in their hair? Like, damn. Alright, Alright, now I'm just gonna grab this last part here. Let's see. Oops. Didn't put that on the right layer. And I'll put these behind. There we go. And then what I'll do later is I'll take one of the already existing ones and I'll put it behind and black them out so that way they look like shadows. Oops, of course I grabbed the one that only has one layer on it. So what I'll do is I'll grab this, I'll put it back here, I'll make it solid black. Put this one here. I'll move this. Rotate it. Put that here. So that way it looks like there's more going on back there. There we go, that's better. Alright, and then I'll just delete what I'm not gonna need. How you doing, Michael? Cool. And then I'll duplicate this because I'm gonna be extra lazy. Control T. I'll put this up here. There we go. Just delete what I don't need. And there we go. We've got his little like halo crown thingy of bamboo or whatever. Ooh, my screen just changed. It went into night mode. Alright guys, I think, actually I don't like how tall his head is, like, it's too big, so let me adjust that really quick. Let's see, let me grab all the bamboo together though, that way they're all together. Let me merge those really quick. Actually I'll leave them separate for now, and then once I make assets of them, then I'll separate them. Okay. Alright, so I'll move, I need to move his head down, like some of this down, because it's too much. So the way that I'll do that without messing it up too much is I'll just grab this here. I think it's, yeah, part of this is part of the issue. So we'll grab all of this and just move it all down. Let's grab that here. Alright. So I'll make that its own layer for now. Control V, and then I'll merge it once it's merged. There we go. I think part of it is it's over too far this way. There we go. Get rid of this line. Alright, and I'll move the bamboo down. There, what do you guys think? Let me turn the sketch off. Oh, I forgot to merge. Ugh. Let me redraw this. Oh yeah, he has his little like bead thingies in his hair too, so let me get those. That would be these thingies. There's a couple of these. There's one right up here, and there's one like high up right here. And then we'll probably have some over like out here. I'll put this one behind him to help like make the silhouette interesting. Alright, and we're gonna do something fun because this is the fun part. Let's see, put that. Oh, we'll go ahead and merge those. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, this is always fun. I saw a friend do this, so I'm gonna do it too. So alright, I'm gonna take this one apart. I'm gonna cut this in half. Because I wanna see like how even my character's face is, and I can already see that it's not. Oh dear, I can already see that it's not even. So I'm gonna do X. Oopsie. Ah, come on, cat. Make sure this is intact. Yeah. Okay. So this is the layer I want to play with. I'll take this. I'm going to go Control X, Control V. Then you take this, separate color, lower the opacity, and then you flip this one so you can see like how symmetrical your character's face is. So it's just kind of like a for fun thing. Alright, let's see how symmetrical his face is. Okay, I didn't do too bad! I didn't do too bad at all. His neck is definitely wider on one side. Oh wait, it's not even. It's not even. Okay, there we go. Oh my, wow, look how much wider his neck is. I think that's because of his hair. Wow, his neck is really wide on one side. This is why you... Look how much further his hair juts out on this side. This is why you do this. I mean, hair can sit unevenly. That's not a super humongous deal. But I feel like this is a really big... Look at his shoulder. His shoulder! Oh my gosh, look at this. His shoulder is up here. And his shoulder is like where this is. Like, it's supposed to be even. So it's right here on this side. Like, his shoulders are like really different. So the whole point of this is to like mark certain things. Yeah, that's really weird. His neck is way too thick. So his neck should probably be closer to here. I mean, part of that is the hair, but damn. Yeah, my friend suggested I try this. Like, the eye matches up really well. And you guys saw, like, I drew those by myself. Yeah, like, his face is really different. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna compress this. I'm gonna compress it. Make it a little more... Compress this. Actually, I'm gonna do everything except the eye. So I feel like the eye did pretty well. Compress. Fucking. Compress this. What is it, Miso? Meh. My Miso. Of course it's auto-saving while I'm trying to do all of this stuff. Okay, this is in the right spot, but this jaw is a little too extra. So basically what we're doing is we're tearing this one apart and we're correcting it. And then when I'm done, I'll flip it back, line it back up, and then align, like, correct the original one. So basically all you're doing is, like, you just take these and you just, like, move them over to where, like, roughly where they should be. If you want it to be, like, more symmetrical. So, like, his shoulder is way off. And that's why I just did the guideline. So the guide is probably where it should be. So I'm gonna have to edit both sides. Right, this I'm actually just gonna move in this way. So Control T, I'll move this up here and I'll bring this down so it doesn't pop out quite so much. Okay, so now I'll flip this back, line it up, so I can see what it should look like if it were more symmetrical. Yeah, now I can see the shoulders. So now you take this. Actually, I'm gonna just grab his hair. I'm just gonna lift this entire section. Isn't this fun? Like, this is such a crazy exercise. I'll probably come in on a second inking run. This was kind of like a test just to try a few things. So I'll probably have to go in and re-ink it. Oh, well, that's okay. Or just clean up the inks that I have, because I am trying to have looser stuff. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. Yeah. Look how far out this juts now. Yeah, so his actual neck, wow, like his eyes are really far over as far as like how big his eyes are. That's why you duplicate the layer and you have one that you mess with. Ah, I didn't merge my layers yet. move this over because it's like really big here. Actually, no, I think that's fine. It's okay if a character has big hair. That's okay. Let's embrace that. I think I should make this obvious that this is because of his hair that it looks like this, rather than letting it be unclear. And these will have like circles on them. Actually, I think these have spirals, I think. Did I do spirals or did I do circles? I did an inner dot and then just like that. Like purposely leaving them incomplete. There we go. He does look a lot more symmetrical-ish. Crazy how I never caught the face thing. Not too worried about the brush either, because I can just come in and like manually fix that. Or I can erase it and like do it again. Not a big deal. Let me grab my brush again. Oh yeah, I need to drag that brush up to the top anyway. So let me go grab it. There we go, put it back in. There we go, easy peasy. I have to fix his hair a bit, but that's okay. There. Fixed it up a little bit. And then this needs to be fixed too. Oh yeah. I just don't want like to have to deal with super clean inks anymore. I don't want to be like Yusuke Murata clean. I'll probably use this as my new sketch and I'll go over it again and clean it up a bit. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll also add in some vertical lines into the bamboo, because bamboo have parallel veins, so I'll probably go in with like a thin brush or something and just add some like thin lines here. Not too much, because you don't want to like over detail it, because then it'll detract from everything. But our else will have his black hair filled in, so it'll look different once his hair is filled in. It'll like really up the contrast. So having that nice little detail will look actually really good, I think. I think something that I noticed a lot of people miss is they miss like the details on leaves and stuff. mostly because they don't think it matters, but it's not that it matters. Like, as someone who really likes plants, it's always really fun to see when like those little like details are added in. It's like super satisfying as a plant nerd. There we go. So I didn't get a whole lot done today, I suppose. But today was more focused on finding my bearings before I go into like super crazy like ink mode. His eyes here are a little unfocused. Got that 1,000-yard stare. I hate drawing eyes, they're so hard. You can see Aros is so done with this guy's crap. Something like that. So I'm not sure how I feel about this up here. Maybe here, yeah. I think, oh, that looks way better, honestly. Bringing it in just a little. So it actually looks like it's moving, like it's alive. Yeah. Well, alive. Yeah, that sounded really weird, didn't it? Oh, it's hair that's alive. That did sound really strange. Alright, and then this actually has like multiple strings attached to it. Like it's kind of a worn down necklace and it's not like perfect. And then we just add a couple white strokes here. To like just give it some life. That was one of the things, the feedback that I got from Manga Plus that was really nice, is they said that, you know, like, you're good at, like, adding detail to your characters, but the problem that I struggled with was, they all kind of looked the same, as far as, like, the rough design and the shape. So now, Aros is going to be the only one that really gets to have, like, this really nice hair like this, and then everyone else is getting really different hairstyles. Hokoi isn't gonna keep his beautiful long hair. It's probably gonna get cut. Alright guys, I streamed longer than I originally wanted. It's 2:40. So I've been streaming 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and stop. I'm gonna go maybe fry up some food. I've got some tofu that's waiting for me. I've been letting it dry out just a teeny bit. I got the wrong type of tofu. I got, it's not the wrong kind. Firm, you can fry firm tofu, but extra firm is better. Oops. So probably what I'll do is I've been letting it dry out a little bit. So hopefully it'll be better for frying. Because I made some for lunch and it was okay. But it didn't, it took a really long time to fry because it's a little too soft. So hopefully it'll be easier to fry. So I guess I'll stream probably sometime tomorrow. Let me see. Let me look at my schedule. I have a schedule here. Let's see, master schedule. So what I've done, actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and show you guys now. So what I've done is I've created like a new schedule. I'm not sure like what I'll actually do. Like this would be like my ideal schedule. Let me do file clipboard. So this is my life. It's really crazy. I have, like, I need to have some time for errands, like, and I don't have time for rest in here because I kind of take that as I need it. So, like, don't freak out that there's, like, not time for rest here. So what I would like to try to do is I want to try streaming consistently starting at 7 p.m. CST. So this would all be, I'm going to try to start, basically I'll be streaming a lot, CST, because I want to start being more serious about streaming. So I'd be streaming twice a day. There'd be 2 different streams here. So let's see, set this to multiply. So I'd be streaming here. I'm gonna be streaming here during the week, except Fridays. There will not be a stream on Friday night. Well, there won't be a late night stream. Basically what's going on is there's like my streams where I stream by myself, and then there's Quack, which is the Quasar Art Collective. You guys might have seen some of those streams. Those streams are in the morning when I'm at work. Like my other colleagues that are in Quack stream in the morning, and what I do is, you know, like with Twitch you can host a stream. I've basically set it up so that it does the exact same thing. I host the morning streams on my channel. So that's why you guys will see me, like, my channel streaming, but I may not necessarily be there. A lot of the times I'm lurking in the comments, so you can still chat with me. You know, if you guys want to talk with me. So if you guys want to attend the morning streams, feel free. I'll probably be in the chat and we can just talk about like comics and stuff, or global comics, or like whatever you guys want to talk about. And then I have my own personal stream, which will probably be about from 7 to 9 p.m. Central every night. I don't know if I'm gonna make it every night, but I'm gonna like do my darndest to like, and I really want to try streaming every day for just a week and see how I feel. So that's what I did tonight. That's what this was. And so then tomorrow I'll do the exact same thing at the same time. I've had it set so I'm starting at 5. That way I have time to have like a reasonably, like, I'm eating dinner at 8, which is pretty late for me. But I'll be up streaming for like a couple more hours working on Godsbane. And then Quack is every night starting at 11 p.m. Central, and that goes 2 hours. I may not draw every single time in Quack, but I'll be there. So that, I don't know. I'm not particularly sure why they set up to draw 2 times a day. But that way our viewers can at least meet one of those streams. And I think our streams go out to like 9 or 10 different places. We use Restream with that. That's why my Restream like messed up my streaming here, is I had the settings wrong, so I apologize. So basically, I'll type this out so you guys will know. So I will attempt a stream a day on my own, plus Quack streams. So basically we'll have a Quack in the morning, and then my own stream at 7, and then another stream at 11. I will not be able to attend the morning streams. Like 99 chances out of 100, I will not be able to attend those. The only time I will be able to attend a morning stream as far as like actually drawing is if I have the day off. Otherwise, I'll just be in there chatting. And then for the afternoon streams, I will be drawing. 2 streams a day is a lot, but I figured this way, I'm going to be drawing on Godsbane no matter what. So I figured, you know what, like, let's just go ahead and stream those suckers, and, like, talk to people, and like, really get serious about, like, me becoming a streamer, because I would really love to do that. That's kind of something I've always wanted to do, so I'm going to try to take it more seriously now. Like, I'm kind of done, like, I've reached the point in my career where I've realized, like, something's got to give. You know, I was trying to, like, just, like, ride Quack's, tailcoats and see if I could, like, get viewership that way. And I realized, like, every time, like, I actually stream, like, I do way better when, like, I actually am here streaming on my own and, like, talking with you guys. So no matter what, there's gonna be maybe 2 or 3 streams a day for you guys. It's a lot. I know it's a lot of streams. So if you miss one, that's okay. There will probably be another one at some point in the day. And so that's why I'm okay having so many. Is that way at least everyone can come. And the VODs will exist. So if you guys miss one, there'll be VODs. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 streams a week. That's gonna make a lot of videos really fast. And so I've set up playlists on my profile for my on my channel's profile, so that if you miss one and say you only want to watch mine, there's a playlist for that. If you want to watch the Quack streams, there's a playlist for that. I'm going back and I'm editing the thumbnails because for some reason it doesn't let me like preset a thumbnail for Restream. So what I have to do is I have to go in afterwards and change those. Just really annoying. Believe me, it's really annoying. And if I try to like change the title while it's streaming, it makes a brand new stream. Like it'll like make a brand new video, which I don't understand why it does that. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm going to try to do for the next week. I'm going to see how I feel. Because I used to stream every day. When I was here about 2 years ago, when I was really serious about my channel back in 2021, I was streaming. It was either 2021 or 2020, I forget what year it was. I was streaming every single day. And I grew really fast. And on the days that I stream, my metrics, that I personally stream, not just Quack, on the days I personally stream, my metrics are really nice. Because you guys are here, you're supporting me, you're liking the videos, you guys are sharing it with each other. So like you guys are amazing. So thank you so much for like being really supportive of me coming back. I honestly thought I would have to start like completely from 0 people and start over. And like just having like the 6 people, like on average we've had 4 people here the majority of the stream. At one point we had 6 people. So you guys have been really great. So actually multiple times we went up to 6 people. Currently we have 5. So you guys have been really awesome. I really appreciate you guys like so much. Like I'm not even joking with you guys. You guys are being really awesome. And supporting me and being here and like literally you guys were just talking about sharing the streams with other people. So please like keep doing that. And if you guys aren't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to get like notifications when I go live, like there's a little bell icon that you can hit and it'll make it so that you can do that. I also have a subscribe button like on my video itself. It's in the lower right hand corner. So you guys can hit that too. If you want to support me, I do have a link in my description where you can read Godsbane on Global Comics. I do have 2 chapters already up of my like initial pilot version. That's the version that I've made over the last year. If you guys kind of want to get like, oh, like what is Godsbane about? What does it look like? You can kind of see that as well. If you want to support me, you can donate. I do have a Stream Elements tip jar. That you guys can donate to if you guys would like to support me like directly. You guys can do that. It's optional, of course. Like don't worry about it. One thing, I am going to announce this more formally. I am going to be removing memberships from here because I don't believe in. I don't really like. I want it. Well, I don't know. I might put out a poll instead because I want to see how many people are actually interested in memberships, because I do have memberships set up for my channel. My channel is monetized. So I want to see if there's like an interest for that, and maybe use memberships as a way to get like early access for my stuff, and maybe like flattened files and just like large versions, maybe like early PDFs or PDFs for free. I don't know yet. So I'm probably going to be changing the tiers. I might get rid of like the top 2 tiers and only have like 1 tier and make it like super cheap or something, just so that anyone could join. So I will be making changes to my membership tiers. I'm not sure what changes I will be making, but I want to make it a little bit more fair and easier to manage. I think 3 tiers right now is just too much for me to manage with everything going on. So I'm going to be making changes to those. But yeah, thank you everyone for your support. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go fry some tofu, make a salad, and just have like a really nice dinner, and then I'll probably like get back to work. So as you can see, I have at least 3 or 4 more hours of Godsbane work I gotta do, and I just want to have like a quick little break. So thank you all again for being amazing. You guys are awesome. I'm like super thankful for you guys. I really didn't expect that people to like come back to when I came back and started streaming. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I will definitely see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. If you guys are in the Global Comics Discord, I will be streaming on Sundays, maybe Saturdays as well. Just to spend some time in the Global Comics Discord. What I might do is I might set it up so that I'm streaming in the Maneki manga server on one day and the Discord server in the other day, just so that like the people in my Discord can have like some stream time and some like bonding time with each other. If you guys aren't in the Maneki manga server yet, I do have a link in my description. Just make sure you follow the instructions when you enter the server. I am really picky about that because I want to make sure there's no bots or trolls. It's something that I've done as a security thing. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take it easy and have a wonderful night. Ciao.